Hello, buddy. Welcome back to another episode of Just Fit. I am playing Final Fantasy XIV. Last episode, we did some more MSQ following Monago's side of the beginning of the story, and today we're going to go and follow Mithrid's side. See where he will take us. At the risk of repeating myself, it's still hard for me to believe that we'd meet here again here of all places. Though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, eh? Are you one of the Alamigo boys that I helped? I think you are. I'm impressed, given everything you went on to accomplish. You'd be forgiven for forgetting all about your time in Quarrymill. Suffice it to say, we didn't forget about you either, nor the lives you saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo while Galleon was recovered. Gunnabald was my former commander and an old friend, and I had a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. I told the men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in the Little Alamigo, and others went to Wilda for work. But as you can see, I chose to come back to Garabania and join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east into the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding the recruits in the village of Alagana. Alagana? If you're going there, you're taking me with you. Oh, that's right. You're from Alagana, aren't you, Lise? By all means, we'd welcome the company. There'll be more to it than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnel to the peaks. The tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. On a mission for Conrad to Alagana. Clear the barricade if you would. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There's more villages there than out here. But also more Imperials? Imperials keeping a close eye on things. Only just tread carefully. Right, to the peaks.
I remember the peaks of Garabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity, who had been treated like animals, day after day after day. We have a glamour in place here too, as you may have noticed. So far as the Imperials are concerned, it's not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The villages to the east. Keep watch for our patrols as we move. Right, there's also more ether currents. Southeast. 800 and some more yawns. Or 600, sorry. 608. That's a lot of yawns.
There ain't Imperial in sight. That's a mercy. Alagana's due east, past that bridge. Follow me. It's not much further. Once again, we enter a new area, and it is night. And it will be night for quite some time. Getting attacked by some wild fucking ginormous grasshoppers. We can rest easy. We made it. This is all I got. Feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be... Oh, sorry. That has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do. But better sit back at the ranch, at the reach. It's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall. Never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over. Including some of my former comrades answered his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Alagana lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. And again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the resistance, and rightfully so. So with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I know it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in a village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope there are still some brave men and women here willing to fight. Ragnfrid, the village elder, is over by the shore. No time like a present. Let's have a word. I see you there, Ether Current. No, you traveler. You're a merchant. Let me just give you a minute. You're a merchant. You'll not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, Elder, and sincerest apologies that I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Alagana, and I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, you are comrades of Mefrit. I see. Speak on, though I suspect I know your purpose. The Griffin came with many men, and left with many more. Such is the rumor, is it not? You lit a fire in their hearts, and then dangled a dream before their tired eyes. And now you come to steal away what few remain. The Griffin was a traitor and a madman, and we had no part in his schemes. We have made an agreement with the Alliance. This time it will be different. This time? This time? Cold comfort to the dead and the ones they left behind. How much more must we give before you've had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, even our god, and they demand a fifth of what little we have got left. I hate the bastards, with every fibre of my being. But hate's not enough, Mefrit. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go now. Leave us be, and never return. You've got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry that was producing barely enough to keep us fed, and that was before half our young men and women went off to die for your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't, because it's my village too, my home. What in the seven hells are you on about? Wait, I know those eyes. You're one of Curtis's girls. Lise Hext. And I'm here. I'm here to take back my homeland. My Rolliger, the last time I saw you, you were... I didn't even know if you were still alive. I never thought you would come. I almost didn't, and my sister never will. Lots of others won't either, and that's why we've got to carry on the fight. Even sound like him. As you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Alagana is as much as your home as it is mine. But I say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. Right, before we go and talk to Method, I'm gonna get that East Right Current. Or East Right Current, yes, you know. That East Right Current. Definitely want to get these while I'm going around. So I can unlock flying as fast as possible. Gimme, gimme, gimme that ether current. There we go. Yeet. And the next one is to the southwest. Somewhere around here, probably. That could have been handled better, but what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Ragnfrid might help us to recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. If we're to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky and it's hardly settled, but I say we approach the villagers directly, see what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help. Makes sense to me. Let's put up and ask around. Right, still 255. Makes sense. Since you can choose between the two different things. You'd best keep your distance, if you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Looking for folks down on their luck. Congratulations, you found one. As you can see, my leg ain't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk walk for the pain. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Hard labor's right out. Too much pain and trouble for others. There's a tea what helps with it though. I'd need to grind a capulli horn and hornbill talon for the blend. Yeah, you'll go and get some for me? Just like that. You needn't trouble yourself, sir. Trust me, this is what I do. I sit on you. I know first and all I got, huh? What would you ask of me then? A stranger and a generous soul besides. Bollocks. There's no more suspicious than a good Samaritan. On the other hand, if you were an Imperial agent, I expect you'd go about your business with more discretion. Bugger me, you really are here to help, aren't you? Very well, I'll take you up on your offer, stranger. My little brother's working the rocks by Grim and Enid. He's got something for me. Can you go and get it? Right then, Frightened Curl is his name. Ask him for the leftovers, you ought to understand. Yep. Death by 1,000 rocks. Damn it. I actually screwed myself over. I was thinking of finishing off my melee combo, but I just used Korra Core. And did enough damage to kill him. Look, even when I'm on the level, I just do too much damage. Why? Oh, okay, apparently they're just like radius aggro enemies. They just feel me when I'm close to them. Or maybe sound? I don't know. The game shows that doesn't tell me. Smiley face. Then we're gonna get to Grim and Enid. As we enjoy the vibe. I recognize this place, I think. Hello. You're for the leftovers, are you? Not like my brother sent someone in his stead. But so be it. It's all in the sack over yonder. They're blatant heavy, mind, so be careful when you pick them up. Unconscionably heavy sacks. There we go. Let's go back to Alagana. No, the new phase. You have my leftovers. You load 10 and 6 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in depth. Huh? Well, I'll be. You actually went and brought the whole lot. Much obliged, much obliged. It's saltpeter for making fire sand, in case you're curious what it's all for. The rocks by the lakes have got good deposits. Ain't hard for my brother to pass for any other plodding quarryman, all the while sweeping bits and pieces off on the side, to bundle up and sell to the settlers which way to the resistance. It's a living, and a way of fighting back besides. Our way of spitting in the Guardian's eye, for putting our father in an imperial uniform and shipping him off to some faraway province 15 years ago. I don't know if he's dead or alive even. Though, if he were alive, he'd not be long for this world if we caught him fighting for the resistance. If we were caught fighting for the resistance. So this is the best we can do. That's the long and short of it. We do what we can, though we know it's not enough. I think you'll find that most folk here ain't much different. Everybody's got a reason, but in the end the result is the same. I suppose I just wanted you to know, is all. That we know why you're here. And that even if we can't join you, we wish we could. You've been gone a long way, you've been gone a while. What brings you back to Alagana? Makes a fine medicinal tea when ground into a fine powder and mixed with other ingredients. I never meant to... I mean, in times like these, you never think people will actually... This country is hard on people, but it's not just that. Imperials, they've made it known that I'm not to be helped. A dead man's good for one lesson, you know? Whereas a life one. You were the resistance, right? I suppose there's no reason not to tell you then. My father, God's rest his soul, was deathly sick at the time. And so I'd gone out into the forest, spear in hand, and to gather herbs. Then I had the good fortune to run into an Imperial patrol. Weapon marked me as a rebel, or so they said. Not that I'd have made a difference if I'd fought back. I knew that. I knew what a lot of them were about the moment that Centurion laid eyes on me. Didn't matter in the end, of course. Some people just like to hurt others, and by the time I limped back to the hut, it was too late for my father. Too late for me too, and many others, I imagine. Help them too if you like. They'll be grateful and say thank you. But beyond that, I wouldn't hope for much. Oh, there you are, Lynn. I've been trying to help the villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent the people from stockpiling, in case they might be in league with the resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to better hide what little they've got left. I was at least getting on, by the way. You think people would be more inclined to trust a local girl, assuming they remember her, that is? No, I didn't mean to. And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were being ground into under the Black Wolf's boot? Got us out of this bastard wall, living the high life, I'll wager. That's not fair. Oh, and who's this? Another one of your freedom-loving friends, deigning to help us poor unfortunate souls? Trying to whip us into a frenzy so we'll go and storm a castle with our pickaxes and shovels? Leave, all of you, before you bring a cohort down on us all. And you, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lise. You weren't here. It's my home, and I love it with all my heart. And if you two really have any love for it too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion. He has a point. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't change the fact I left him behind. But this isn't about me or anyone else. It's about Alamigo. Let's go and find Meffred. Looks like the Elder wasn't giving only one unwilling to hear us out. Wait, looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them, given what happened at the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow. I don't know. But, if anything, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. Can't claim to know the struggle like they do either, at least. I ran too, But if I hadn't, I'd have never met Lynn or the rest of you. And we might not be here today, in a position to make the difference. So I don't regret my choices. Nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. Help someone, anyone. We need help. I don't like the sound of that one bit. Come on. Where, Crota? The Tributum and the bloody Ratman, they... Damn it all. You there, take a deep breath and tell us what happened. It was all business as usual. The Tributum is soon enough, due soon, and we were taking it to the Imperials when the Kikirin attacked. They took my brother and our money. I took him where? Rubens to the south of here, was just an old temple before they came, and... listen, Raykota's the only family I've left. If I lose him, The cigarette? If the Ratman took him there, he's as good as dead. You've got to go after them. Just even a chance her brother is still alive. You have to try. To the ziggurat. Oh. You're right, Lise. You've got to help him. If not for the missing man, then for the Tributum. The Guardians won't suffer excuses if they're late. As we level up again. So, where Crota is being held somewhere at the ziggurat to the south, which has been taken over by a host of Kikirin bandits. That about covers it then. Be prepared for a fight. They may not be the most challenging foes, but there's sure to be a load of them. And I think that's also where my ether current is. God damn it. Horrific boot. The last forest. These things are huge. Absolutely massive. Please let me go, I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Hear that? I think it came from the top of the ziggurat. Who dares come to loot our man flesh? Ours to eat, ours to eat. I knew it'd come to this. Kill them quick before they alert the others. Kill. Hello, red man. To the south. That's up here. Somewhere. I wonder, is it like up on top of the... I guess it must be. Oh, there it is. You fucking little turd. Whee. These dudes look pretty wild though. I like their design. Also, I'm taking a beating. You're doing a lot of damage to me. Perish. Oh, Ralgar, what did I ever do to deserve this? I've gone to bed hungry for months. Skin and bones, I don't even make a snack, much less a meal. Ah, you found him. Oh wait, are you here to rescue me? Your sister sent us. It's gonna be alright. My sister? Oh, Ralgar, we pray she's safe. And you lot fought your way in here just for me? I think there are still good, brave folk in this world. We should go before the Kikiran return in force. Do you still have the Tributum? Oh god, the Tributum. Imperials will be wondering where I am. I have to go. What, right now? In your condition? You don't understand. We were given a warning last month for being short. If I don't make it in time, there's no telling what will happen to me and my sister. I'm glad we saved him, but seeing him run off like that, I've got a bad feeling about this. Listen, Lynn, Mefret, I think we need to go after Berkrada. Wait, you had better not thinking of stopping him. You heard what he said. If they don't pay one way, they'll pay another. I know that, I do, and I don't want to interfere. I just want to see that he makes it there safely. If that's the sum of it, then fine. Sit down and see if we can pick up his trail. Son of a bitch. Kind of shit in this game. Please disengage. Thank you. I can see a Kikiran down there. I'm gonna try to drop down in such a way that I won't get attacked by another Kikiran. Because he would definitely one-shot me. Upon close inspection, you find nothing of interest. Really? In the dirt, you spy a chocobo feather. Any luck? Chocolate feather, is it? Aye, by my reckoning it came from Mercada's bird. In which case, there's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Hug the rocks and stick to the shadows. You'll find them soon enough. Also, the next ether currents are, yeah, they're all the way down south. In a minute now, expect it to come thundering about around the bend, and hear that? Get a cover quickly now. I think this is auto. I like this is voice acted.
Are they Imperials?
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
What?
You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fake? How stupid do you think we are?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
Think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor. Assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this god's-forsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alan Egans can't be trusted. I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
I thought our commander was keen-eyed, but God, that was a near thing.
tears me up inside to see our own kinsmen doing the bidding of the Viceroy. But they made their choice, and if it comes to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. Requada's alive and the tributum's been paid. That's all that matters for now. I for one would rather not wait around to see if the skulls decide to return. You'd best get back to Elegana and tell Ragnfrid his man got the job done. We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. Requada told me everything, how you fought with the Kikiran and saved his life. For all the good it did. We saw what happened when he met with the skulls. How they beat him half to death. We could have stopped them. I reckon you could. Mifrid's a warrior, as is your comrade, and you're strong like a father. That much is plain. But I thank Rolgur you did not, because it would not have ended with them. Requada and his sister would have been branded insurgents, if not a whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but the dead remain dead. We're alive. And what's more, and that's more than can be said for only the gods know how many others. That's enough for you, is it? To put up with whatever they do to you, as long as you get to see another day? That's right. You grit your teeth and learn to live with the pain. I'll admit I was quick to judge you, Lise, and for that I apologize. I know you and yours mean well, I do. But I'm telling you, God's in the heavens as my witness, that we've got nothing left to give. We can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. She may say it, but she doesn't mean it, nor would I expect her to. Her father was stubborn as an ox too. She said on walking the same path, I but pray she won't follow it to the same end. Well, she took it better than I anticipated, which isn't saying much, I suppose. We should go and see if she's alright. Sorry about running off like that. All the Megans terrorizing their own. I just can't accept it, you know? No matter what he thinks, they should have to put up with it, day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know? Didn't expect them to storm a castle with their pickaxes and shovels, or whatever it was. Nor did I expect Orcrada to just lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. I can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place, or even my father's face. But I remember Edith. I remember how scared she was when we ran. And that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home, but not mine, is it? There you are, Lise. I've been looking all over for you. Well, you found me. Got something else to say? Aye, that I do. I said some things to you before that I shouldn't have. It wasn't my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I loved my village, when one of ours was in need, I was cowering here with all the others. Didn't even think to go after Rekrada, but you did. Make me feel like the bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will, if you'll have me. You're asking to join the resistance? When you put it like that, I suppose I am. But not just me, there are others I know who've been thinking about it for a while now. There's not many of us. And we're not hardened warriors like you lot, but... if your heart bleeds for Amigo, then that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome at Walker's Reach. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word when we're ready. Still think this isn't your home? No, I was just thinking out loud. With that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. Are there any quests that have appeared over here? Nah. Nah, bruv. Ain't nothing to do in here.
First of all, allow me to commend you both on the job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits, and it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling. And troubling too. I'd heard about the skulls, but that was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll think of them. I'll have to think of them myself if our paths ever cross on the battlefield, but... When? Not if. They will come, Lise. We can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, guardian, Alamegan. None of that matters. You've all got their reasons, but they're not better than yours, especially when they're bearing down on you, blade in hand. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right then, I'd best begin preparing for these new recruits. Lynn, Lise, it's been a pleasure. Owing to the efforts of you all, we have accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your service, Scions. I see operations here have been proceeding apace in my absence. Welcome back, brother dearest. I take it your efforts to gather new recruits were successful? Indeed, there were several amongst the Scions ranks that were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavor with the Resistance, whom I am come to present. Yeah. Commander Kemp, if I may, my name is Arnvald Lentinus, and a half-breed, as you can doubtless tell. I'm here to fight for a free Alamego, for an Alamego where women like my mother were never made to suffer. I pray you grant me this honor. You're a true-born son of Girabania, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours to freely take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks and the aid of the Eorzean Alliance and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, I believe he will soon be in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I will propose to General Aldin that we draw up plans for an assault on Castellum Valadina. And in the meantime, we will make what preparations we can. Ba-da-da. Oh, gotcha. Meanwhile, in the Evalea.
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Orient and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges. Save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near total casualties.
Near total? Go on. My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work. The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
My lord,
Cowards, who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes. Why, when confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance? Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gir Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my hounds. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan! You do forget yourself! Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelsar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
There's like one thing that I would have loved to see in that cutscene, just Xenos looking at that one dude talking to Fredola and just being like, shut up. That's one thing I would have loved to see in that scene, but unfortunately, no. Alright then, I've got duties to attend to. Mayhap we could assist you with said duties. We are here to help after all. The three of you have been busy, so I understand if you require time to rest. If not, however, it would seem sensible to assist our allies with their preparations. We'd be grateful for any and all help you can offer. If you ask around, I guarantee you won't want for work. Alright, and we will do that work in the next episode.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of just us playing Final Fantasy XIV. And next episode we're going to go and continue to bolster our power as the resistance. Goodbye.